So good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're watching, where you are in the world. Thanks for watching with us and following us on this journey. So today we're
looking at framing. So we've finished framing the van, and throughout the video...
This video will show you all the framing that we've done, what all the different bits are for, and what our intentions are with it.
And then we're introducing a few things today. So we've got Jamila. You might actually have seen her already as a thumbnail for our videos.
This is our mascot.
And she is watching over us as we're doing our van. She lives inside the van, and she will be coming with us on our trip. And then we have also eventually found a name for our van itself. I was driving past a shop and it said Ajoub, and that sounded really Arabic, but I eventually found out that it's actually Urdu, and it means wonder or astonishment. So I quite like that name, and we're going to shorten it and call our van AJ. So from now on, AJ is part of the family. Then we've also got our dog Barley. So shall I show you Barley? She's just over here. Somewhere. Oh, I can't see. Hey Barley. Hey Barley. There you go. Barley is our dog, and she loves sitting with us. There you go. Come say hello, Barley. Barley.
Barley.
There you go. Come say hello. There you go. Barley sits with us whenever we're working in the van.
Excuse the shakiness, but that's one of my traits. I shake in everything I do.
Yes.
So it's not because I'm nervous next to my wife. She's not that domineering. No.
He's just one of his traits. So whenever you see him working with tools, it does tend to jitter a little bit, but he does manage to get it organized.
Get fairly accurate in my cutting.
You might also notice that I've got paint all over me. So I've been working
Hun's
inside.
been touching up the places I scratched inside, and she has a knack of, when it's painting, it goes everywhere.
This is from a can.
It's simple spray paint with a trigger on it, and it's all over herself. She does manage to get some on the van itself.
Well, it looks all right.
Yeah.
So that's all for now. We hope that you enjoy this video.
Yeah, okay. So in preparation for the insulation, we've had to put in all conduiting. And I've used flexible conduiting so as to fit in and around all the different crevices in the van. Here you see the conduiting for the ceiling lighting. So at the end of each of those conduits will be a puck light. Okay, in this section we are cutting up chunks of Meranti. I could only get them in big chunks, and so this piece you see I've already trimmed down to a smaller piece, and then cutting off bits that will need to be shaped. Yeah, I'm using a circular saw, a skill saw, which is on a bench but without a riving knife, so there is some danger in doing that, I am aware of. And while it goes, I have my trusty helper there. My wife does all the holding, but not the cutting.
Yeah, because I'm a musician, I stay away from machines as much as possible. Although I'm quite proud to say that I did use a jigsaw to shape some of the wood, but unfortunately it wasn't video. So maybe later on, when it needs to be done again, I might be able to go.
Once we've cut the bigger chunk out, we now trim it down, and although everybody says the Boxer is a nice square van, it still does have its curves. And so here I'm trimming one of the rafters, which will be used for framing on the roof. I trimmed one, got the model right, and then Hanneke trimmed all the rest for me. Here we've got to put them up, try and get them as square and level as possible. Fortunately, there are beams on the roof, and so I used whatever holes were existing with rib nuts to hold up the rafters. We'll add a touch of speed to this, because I'm sure you don't want to see me plodding along at my old
usual stuff. So we have Superman coming through.
Because the Meranti is quite a hard wood, I have used pilot holes in all the screws which I've put in. So in a number of cases, there were no anchor points on the van for me to bolt stuff on, so I had to glue it on. Here we're using Gorilla Glue, and only time will tell if it holds. As I said before, although a Boxer is fairly square and straight-sided, there are certain curves to it. So you've got to shape the wood to fit that, to get a nice tight fit. So I'm practicing my artistry with a planer. Reasonably coarse, but it does the job.
Because it's only the framing, you actually won't be able to see it. So we're not really worried about the fine details of it. As long as it fits.
Once I got it to a reasonable fit, I then put metal self-tapping screws in and used that to attach to the actual frame, which was already in the van. As you can see, I'm using the remnants of the cardboard design, and so that's the kitchen counter. And like most handyman's houses, the kitchen counter is a general workspace for anything, including food if it needs to be. This is the first project I've used an impact driver, and it really made quite a difference.
And this is the top, fully framed.
So the van now is the top is fully framed. So now we need to work on the flooring. Again, I needed conduit to go through the flooring, and the paddle bit which I used to drill the holes to put the conduit through was slightly too small, so it needed a bit of PT to just file the holes a little bit bigger, which would make pulling the conduit through later a lot easier.
You just have to remember to drill the holes first before you actually stick it down.
Yeah, well, some of us have memory problems, some more than others. The amount of planning needed in a van is quite phenomenal. And in some cases, I did slip up and forgot things or hadn't planned them.
So thanks very much for sitting through this video. We hope that you enjoyed it and found it useful if you're looking at doing your own van. We're actually doing the recording outside our van because we're actually a few videos behind of the work that's doing. So next time you will see...
No, we can't show you that. But besides, one other thing which Hanneke has forgotten is Jamila has had a child and we want to know what to name it. So please can you put in the comments your suggestions of what you think Jamila's child should be
And
called.
we will show Jamila's baby next time.
Okay, thank you and goodbye. Please press subscribe below. If you're watching this on WhatsApp, please press the YouTube button and then press subscribe. It really does help us. We really want to try and get this channel moving. So thank you for watching and thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.